Rick Dollar here for the Rick Dollar Show, and we are available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and everywhere else you can type in my name. So, my guest today on the Rick Dollar Show is Miss Heather Berry Mabe from Red Camel Collective, amongst other things that she does. Heather, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Rick? Good to
Well,
be here. Thank you for having me.
it's good to start out an interview laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have a
Well,
feeling there'll be a lot more of that as we go along. I'm just
yeah,
a big
let's
goofball, so
well, let's hope so, man. I mean, that's what we're shooting for.
there
Hey,
you go.
man, Red Camel is just jumping like crazy. Man, every time I look at the charts, there's something else on there, or I can see where you're climbing the charts and then you're sticking really good and solid a lot of times too, which is kind of hard to do these days with so much new music coming out.
Yeah, so much new music coming out, so much good music coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we are super thankful. This is our debut album, the very first one that we have ever done. So the success that we've had with it, we were really surprised. Like being number one on Bluegrass Unlimited, our album debuted at number one. We were not expecting that at all. You could have knocked us all over with a feather, for sure. But yeah, we're just super grateful for all of the support that we've received from listeners and DJs. And we're just so grateful and humbled. We really, really appreciate everyone's support on this debut album.
Well, but if you go back and if we can look back at what you've done as an individual before you even got, with this configuration of what you're doing now, you've paid your dues. I
Oh,
mean, I really think so. I mean, and everybody thinks that way. It's not just me, you know, stroking you, trying to make you say something that you don't need to say.
yeah.
You've done a lot. You've
Well,
listened to a lot of people in this industry that are the people to listen to, aka Junior Sisk, I guess
there
would
you
be.
go.
He's like the Mac Daddy. I mean, he
Right.
if any
He's been around for a long time.
and if
He really
anybody
has.
has burned it at both ends, it's
Yeah.
been Junior Sisk. You know,
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. He's been around for a long time, from his days with White Rice in Santa Cruz to Blue
hmm
Ridge to Junior Sisk and Rambler's Choice and then the Junior Sisk Band. He has made a lot of music over the years and a lot of great music over the years. And we're really thankful to him for having us in his band and also for being so supportive of Red Camel Collective. This was actually his idea. And
really,
yeah, it really was. We would sit up front and jam on songs that I had written and just songs that we all like.
right?
The four of us, his band members, and that sort of don't really fit Junior style and
hmm
everything. And we would just, jam on those. And Junior said, "Hey, have you guys ever thought about cutting a record?" And this was basically his idea, and he's been so supportive of us everywhere that we play with him. He gives us a portion of his show, and so I
Wow.
mean, there's not just everybody would do that, but he does, and so we love and appreciate him, and he's just awesome. We love Junior.
Now, do you remember? Weren't you guys on Song of the Mountains a few years ago?
Yeah, we sure were. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
forget. That might have been. I guess it was maybe 2019. I think it was
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right
that's
before the whole world shut down there.
exactly. That's one of those times that I remember first meeting you
Oh,
because
okay.
I was doing interviews for Song of the Mountains at the time
Yeah,
for Tim
absolutely.
White, and
Yeah,
I was looking through my old interviews the other day, and I was like, man, I thought I had done something with her. I mean,
there
like
you
way
go.
back, but you're right. 2019 is when the world changed. No doubt
Yeah,
about it.
absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't seem like, in a way, it seems like it's been forever ago, and in another way, it just seems like it was just yesterday.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
but nothing's the same as it was before then. It's like that's
Amen.
how we measure time anymore. It's like before COVID and after COVID.
Yeah, I know. I
Sure.
was actually talking to dad about, I don't know, 3, 4 months ago on the phone. And I was like, do you think maybe you had a touch of COVID, maybe back then? And he was like, no, not me. You got to know my dad.
Oh,
My dad was a monster. He
oh,
was, and I mean that in a good way. He was a huge man, bigger than life.
Wow.
A guitar picker from way back,
Oh,
and one of those guys that were in Bristol, Tennessee a long time ago when things were a lot different there, and it was
sure, sure.
all just bluegrass and country music, man.
Yeah, big music scene there, huh?
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, it's
He was right in
amazing.
the thick of it, wasn't he?
Yeah, dad left us last week
I'm so
at
sorry.
78 years young. I appreciate you
Oh,
so much for that, but um if I didn't honor the man with a little word here and there every once in a while, I wouldn't be able
yeah,
to sleep at night. But
sure.
what a guy, let me tell you. All right, let's
Mhm.
get back to Junior Sisk and Red Camel, and we did Song of the Mountains together, which there again, it just seems like it was yesterday, but it
It
wasn't.
sure does. Yeah, it's
Wow.
hard to believe.
But we had a lot of fun then, and I think you guys were I mean, you were like in a different, what were you calling yourselves back then? Blue Mafia?
Oh no, no, that's a totally different band.
Who was
Yeah,
that?
Blue Mafia. That is actually our friends Dara Denman
Oh
and
yeah.
Tony Ray, and
Wow.
I forget the names of the other members, but yeah, they're a great band.
Now I remember Tony, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
He and I talked a lot for some reason. I don't know
yeah.
why. See, I'm not good with names, but man, I can remember the weird stuff. But so what's in the works for the next single or two you're going to drop? Can you give us a
Well,
little hint on that?
yes, sure. Well, our album is out. It came out in February, and
Right.
so I believe we're done with all of the singles off of that album. I'm pretty sure we may do one more focus track off of that album. I'm
Oh,
not quite
okay.
sure on that yet. But the single that we have out now, the last single that came out before the album came out, is called "Daughter of the Stars."
Mm-hmm.
And, it's a song that I wrote, and it's been getting played a whole lot
It is.
on Sirius XM on Bluegrass Junction. That's getting played about 4 or 5 times a day. And man, we are just
Wow.
yeah, we are so grateful and so humbled. Especially because, being the writer of that song is very, very personal to me. It's a song that I wrote as a letter to my childhood self, and it's all
Wow.
about just loving up on that inner child and letting her know that she's okay, that she's loved, and that she's perfect the way that she is. Because I was bullied as a child for my weight, and then also playing music so young. I received some really harsh criticism in my younger years about playing and things like that, and I was really too young to handle anything like that. And so I've carried issues and scars like that from my childhood up until now. And so
Yeah.
this song is just it's a healing song for me. And what is so beautiful to me is the response that I've received from people, women mainly, but men too. One
Mm-hmm.
gentleman in particular, when we played up in Maryland, he came to me with tears in his eyes, and he said that he was bullied on account of his weight, as a matter of fact, when he was a child. And he said this song just means so much to him.
Yeah.
And so it's been a beautiful thing, man, to see what the Lord has taken and done with this song. And I'm just thankful to be a small part of that process for sure.
Man, that's so
Yeah,
beautiful.
it means a lot.
So did
And
it
it's
just come to you all at once, or
well, I'll tell you, I have a girlfriend of mine. Her name is Angie Reed, and she is
uh-huh.
so precious. We're like sisters. I never had a sister growing up, so I know that the good Lord sent her to me. But we've both been there for each other through some really hard times in our lives, And we were just talking one day, talking about songwriting, and she said, Heather, she said, have you ever considered writing a song from the perspective of that inner little girl? And I said,
Mm-hmm.
what does that mean? I was like, I didn't even know I had an inner little girl. Like, what is that? What do you mean? And so, but anyway, the conversation affected me so deeply, and it wouldn't leave my mind, her talking about that. So I just sat down and I
Mm-hmm.
thought, if I could write a letter and hand it to myself, to my younger self, to my childhood self, what would that letter say? What would I want to tell her? And the lyrics came so quickly in just a few minutes.
Wow.
And yeah, so this is what I would say to her. And these are still the same words that I tell myself sometimes when I'm feeling um just unworthy and not good enough, and all the other hateful thoughts that we struggle with as humans. I still this song is really healing for me, for sure.
Man, that is so good.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to ask you where it came from. You just spilled it out like water. That was crazy.
Because it's more than a song to me, you
Yeah,
know. It's
it
not it's
is.
not it's not just lyrics and melody. It's like a little piece of my heart, you know. To be
Hmm.
honest. Yeah. It means a
Man,
lot to me. It means a
that
whole lot to me.
that's awesome. When you know, and you know what you could do when you look back now and you see those people that did those bad things or negative things or threw that bad stuff your way. Hey, look at me now.
Oh Lord. I don't know
That's
about
right.
all that now.
Oh,
Old
you
Toby
know,
Keith had a song. Old
yeah.
Toby Keith had a song said, "How do you like me now?"
How you like me now? That's exactly
Oh,
right. Well,
that's
I think a
funny.
lot of times we let these things happen and we let them stick there.
Yeah, we do. We get
And
stuck.
that can be an
Yeah,
issue. I did the
yeah,
same
we get
thing
stuck.
growing up, man. I was a
Yeah.
little skinny kid, was afraid to talk, extremely shy. And now my wife tells me I should shut up more than all the time.
That's funny how that works,
Well,
ain't it?
yeah, it is, isn't it? I mean, we've both come a long way. I'll put it that way. And
Right.
I think you've found your calling in life, what you need to do, and when you can get all these good positive things coming out of you, from a bad spot.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'll just tell you, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was not
Yeah.
pretty when I was
No,
little,
no, it's hard. It's really, really hard.
but we got
It's
to
really
grab that and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do with this.
Yeah, for sure. That is
Hmm.
absolutely right. Music is so powerful and music has the ability to heal. And
It does.
when you can take your brokenness and let the Lord transform it into art and then use it to help
Mhm.
and encourage other people, there's nothing else like it in the whole wide world.
Gosh, man, I'm
Nothing else.
telling you, there is
Yeah,
not. It's
for
just gonna
sure.
be something good that's gonna happen for you in the future too. I mean, because you've
Yeah.
already got, you have the talent, and you know you've had the teachers and the people around you that have pushed you and just to see what you could do. I mean, I know how Junior works, so
Yeah,
he'll kind of shove on you a little bit here to see,
there you
hey,
go.
can she do it? I know she can. It's just got to come out of there.
Yeah.
So I had a guy
Yeah,
like
for
that in the
sure.
radio business for me a long time ago, and he
Yeah.
he did the same thing to me, and I was like, wow, maybe I like this.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe
Yeah.
this is what I need to do. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's good to be pushed just past your comfort zone.
Oh yeah.
I was listening to an interview the other day of all people with David Bowie, and
Oh
that's when
yeah.
yeah, of all people. I know that's really random, but it just came across my Instagram, and he was talking about your art and your craft and everything, and he said you should always go one step further than what you're comfortable. You should always step a little bit further out in the water than what you're really comfortable with, and then
Hmm.
you're in the right place. And I was like, wow, that's really good advice because if you do that, then you keep growing as an artist or as a person. I just thought that was really, really good advice. And who knows better than him? I mean, look at all of
Exactly.
his success that he's had. So I just thought that really stuck with me, what
But
he said.
that's a lot of artists, and I love to work around or interview artists that I see so much growth in because if I look back, couple years ago, you know, you were
Yeah,
playing with Junior, and
that's
then
right.
I'm sure you were growing every day, but the growth hasn't
Yeah,
really shown. But now that you've stepped out a little bit more on your own,
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
it's showing more and more,
Well, thank you. I
and that's
appreciate
that's
it.
the interesting part about what I do, and
Yeah, for sure.
so.
That's
But
very cool, man.
well, but yeah, you have to, like you're talking about it, man. You
Yeah.
can never stand still in this world.
No, no, that's right. Especially not in the music business for sure. You
Exactly.
got to keep on rolling, baby.
That's it. Well,
You got to keep
I
on
used to be
rolling.
all hung up on country music, before I even really looked back further than that and said,
Mhm.
"Man, that's what my grandfather was playing. He was playing bluegrass." You
Yeah,
know, and
sure.
started remembering things like that. But
Yeah.
just recently, got the opportunity to spend a 2-night little stint with Billy Strings and his guys
Oh,
here in
wow.
Savannah.
Very cool.
Oh my gosh! And I had just come off of burying my father,
Yeah.
going through all of that, and then I was, I thought, should I go? I mean, I almost feel guilty going and having a good time.
Oh, he would have loved for you to go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And I,
he would have loved for you to have that experience for
well,
sure.
one of my Instagram posts I put up, the hashtag music heals came up.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
just happened to
Yeah.
say that a minute ago, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, very cool.
So
Wow.
it's not just me, but there was a lot of happy people there. Let
Oh,
me
I
tell
guarantee
you,
it. Yeah,
older
that's
people,
I
man.
know, I know, I know.
There was a
When I
lady in a
was,
wheelchair,
I believe it.
and you
My
know who she
grandpa,
was? That's his Jared Walker's grandmother was there to
is
see
that
her
right?
grandson play
Oh my
for
goodness, that is so
35,000 people.
awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so cool.
I,
My grandma, who passed away a few years ago, was a
yeah.
huge Billy Strings fan. She was just,
Really?
yes, his number one fan, his number one fan. And every time I'd go home to see her, she would say, "Well, have you heard what Billy Strings is doing?" And she followed him on Facebook, So she kept up with all the goings on and everything. I can't remember one time she said, "Have you seen he dyed his hair pink?" I said, "No, I haven't seen that."
So yeah, who cares?
But
As
but
long as they get picked.
but it just shows like what music can do and how it can
Yeah.
connect across walks of life and
Oh yeah.
belief systems and all of that, and it can really bring people together. Nobody shows that more than Billy Strings, because I believe his shows are like 120,000 people in a
Yeah.
stadium. I think that was his one of his biggest crowds that he'd had was like 120,000 people, I
It's
heard.
crazy.
So I mean, yeah, that just goes to show you what music can do, man. It's
Yeah.
really, really
I
cool.
was talking to my brother and he's like a diehard country guy. And
Sure.
I was like, dude, I was just around, I don't know, about 70,000 people over the past 2 days. And they were all singing like I'm talking about old
Traditional
old stuff,
bluegrass stuff. Yeah,
man.
I know. I
And
know.
these young
Yeah.
kids were like, one guy was getting ready to leave. He was sitting up in front of me, and I was like, "No, no, no, don't go yet."
Don't go yet. Just
No, and
hold
they came
on.
back out and they did an acapella gospel number,
Yeah, dude. Very cool.
and it was just it wasn't a dry eye in the house. It was
Yeah.
amazing, amazing.
So cool. Well, I'm
Yeah,
so glad you got to have that experience. I would love to see him live. Our boss man, Junior Sisk, he just went to see him live in Charlottesville.
I
He had
saw that.
yeah, he had some videos up and everything. And
I
so
couldn't
yeah,
believe it.
I'm
I was
sure.
like,
And
Junior
he
is
was
eating this
he
up.
yeah, he left singing his praises too, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of people, there's differing opinions and this and that, and he did a couple of Grateful Dead numbers that I knew what he was playing, but not everybody there was, privy to that. They didn't really know what he
Yeah.
was playing. All they knew is they had heard him play it.
Yeah. Very
So
cool.
just
Very
crazy.
cool.
Well, Heather, I'm just going to ask you this. Do you think that you're going to just stick out Red Camel Collective and just ride this pony as far as it'll go, or what's your plans?
Well, I certainly I look forward to the future of Red Camel Collective. I think
I do
that we
too.
really I think we've just really begun to scratch the surface on what we can do musically and everything like that. Jonathan is just an incredible musician. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
can play anything you want to hear, and he can play it on any instrument you want to hear it on too.
I
So
know.
yeah, he's so talented, and he has such a gift. He can really hear unique interpretations of things. And
Wow.
Tony is such a killer, incredible banjo player and singer.
He
I
is,
have to
isn't he?
twist his arm to get him to sing, but when he does, it is magic.
Yeah.
And he's just so talented and so good. And yeah, I'm writing all the time, still writing songs, and I wrote five of the songs on this album that we just put out, four of the songs on the album that we have in the works and everything. And so I look forward to more writing and just creating more great music with these guys. I definitely have no plans of doing anything else other than picking with these guys. And I think talking with Junior, I think the plan is that he wants to slow down in
Mm-hmm.
2027 and only do about a handful of shows and things. And so by that time,
Yeah.
we hope that Red Camel will be up and running. on its own there. So
Well,
he wants to,
we
Junior wants to retire, and he's
oh
worked awfully hard
wow.
for a really long time. So so yeah, that's sort of our loose knit plan right now.
He's using the R word.
I know.
God, are you sure he's okay?
Yeah. Oh, he's he's fine. He just wants to get out in the woods more often. That's all
Well,
he's thinking.
I know I used to give him such a hard time. I'd say, man, we're lucky you even showed up here.
Yeah. Boy, he loves
Man,
to hunt, fish, do all that.
so what's your strong suit? If you were looking at Heather, would you say that your strong suit is your vocal abilities, writing, musicianship? I mean, what do you think? What do you think's the biggest gun you bring to the battle?
This feels like a job interview.
Sorta.
They always ask you, what are your strengths
What are
and
your
what are your
strengths? Do you know
weaknesses?
what your strengths are? That's when you want to start acting like you're picking your nose and stuff. I don't know. Wait a minute.
Gosh, I don't know. I'll just be honest with you. I mean, I definitely feel like there are a whole lot better singers out there than me. I could name several to you right now that I feel like just absolutely sing circles around me. Um, as far as like, their pitch and their accuracy and the ability to do a bunch of runs and things like that they can do with their voice, that I don't know how to do any of that stuff. And I'm sure there's certainly better songwriters out there and better guitar players and everything. So what do I feel like my strengths are?
There
Gosh,
you
I don't
go.
know. I really don't know how to, I don't know.
You want me to
I
tell you?
for myself, I just don't know. I feel like, I feel like I love to sing. I've been singing since I was a child. I've always been in love with it. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it was what I was born to do. And I don't know. I feel like some people just have a calling to sing. I think that some people were just, that's what they were put here for. Well, we're
Mm-hmm.
all we're all put here for something. We all
Oh,
have a
sure.
purpose.
Yeah.
And so I really do feel like that my purpose was to sing. And some of the things that I've been through in my life, and some of the hurt that I've been through, and a lot of the things that Tony and I have been through in our almost 20-year marriage and things, I feel like those things happened
Mm-hmm.
because I was born to write and to share and to help heal through music and things. So yeah, I guess that's the best way I can answer that question. What are my strengths? I guess it would be that I love to sing. I sing from my heart, and I write from my heart, and I play the guitar as best I can.
So it's your so really what I'm seeing is you got this big heart in here. And I think as a musician, I was gonna throw this on you anyway. You have the ability to feel the emotion that it takes, and then you filter it through that big heart you got, and then you let it come out of your mouth as your interpretation of what it's supposed to be.
I strive to. That's what I
Well,
strive to do.
but you do, and
Well,
then you have the ability to push that out to other people and help them heal, help them do better or do what they want to do in life.
mm-hmm.
So, Heather, there's you. That was a loaded question. I just wanted to see what you'd say. Okay, because I already know what you got going on there, but
Too kind.
you're no. I like to tell the truth. I like to give my interpretation of the people that I see sometimes, and I think you're exactly right. You're riding right down the road, man, in the lane that you're supposed to be in. So
I think so. I
please
really do.
do not ever, if you ever get to the point where you say, I don't want to do this anymore, you got my phone number. Call me. I'll talk you through it.
Well, I appreciate that. It has its challenges, doesn't it? Well,
Oh
just
my
like everything
gosh.
else would.
Every
Yeah,
day does, let me
certainly
tell
has
you.
its challenges. I heard another quote the other day. Lionel Richie was actually telling my friend Angie sent me this. There was a little gal that was singing on American Idol,
Uh-huh.
And she was talking about how, she never thought that she would be on that stage because she just never thought she was good enough. And Lionel told her, said, you were created for one purpose. God created you to be yourself. And he
Hmm.
said that in his career and in the careers of all the other artists that he knows, that there will always be that doubt there.
Oh,
You know,
sure.
there'll
Yeah.
always be doubt, he said, but trust. He said, let the trust
Yeah.
override your doubt. The doubt will always be there, but just trust that you were born for a purpose and that
That's right.
that you're going to fulfill it.
That's right. And that is, wow, that's just right down the line as you can get. But if you're
Yeah,
gonna if you're gonna ask somebody that question, you need to ask Lionel Richie. There ain't no doubt
that's
about that.
it. Ain't no doubt about that.
He's better than me, let me tell you. Well,
He seems like such a sweet person too.
yeah, you went to Nashville last
Yeah,
week, and you got to hang out with my buddy Kyle Cantrell. How was
yeah,
that?
absolutely. That was awesome. He has such a cool thing going with Banjo Radio. It's right there
He
at his house.
does.
It's right there at home. You go up this flight of stairs and sit down and just talk with him. And he's such a pro. He'll lead you
Mhm.
through the whole interview, and he made us feel right at home. And so yeah, I feel like it went good. We talked about every single track on the album, and we had a great time. Really thankful to have gotten to do that with Kyle. I believe that our episode of Liner Notes is going to air May the 9th that
That's great.
weekend. I don't have all the specifics for times or anything like that, but if
Yeah.
if anybody wants to listen, just stay plugged into our social media stuff, Red Camel Collective on Facebook, Instagram, and we'll be posting about the times and stuff for all of that, so folks can listen.
There you go.
We
Now,
definitely encourage y'all to download Banjo Radio on your phone so that you can listen because he is playing some great music.
man, he is. Let me tell you,
Yeah, he's a
I've
pro. He is a
Kyle
pro.
has gone through so much, and
Yeah,
he's such a trooper. I mean, when
he
we were
is.
doing Pigeon Forge Bluegrass Festival, actually, uh, you know, I could watch him just go up there and play the crowd. And what I mean by play the crowd, they may be getting a little more quiet or something, and man,
Yeah,
he could just pull them right up there where he
yeah,
needed them to be.
yeah. You can tell he's been doing this a long time. He is
Oh
very,
yeah,
very good at what he does,
he's
for
great.
sure.
He's a great guy. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Well, young lady, it's been great just sitting down talking to you. I
yeah. It's
mean,
been great talking to you.
we had all kinds of stuff go on between times, but
Yeah,
but I'm looking forward to hearing your next project with these
thank
guys,
you,
and
thank
just can't
you.
wait to play it on the show. So,
Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Thank you for playing our music. It means a
oh,
lot.
no problem. All right. Well, you take care of those guys and
All right.
try to watch in on Junior every once in a while too.
I'll do my best.
All right. Rick Dollar here for the Rick Dollar Show. And I've been with Miss Heather Berry Mabe from Red Camel Collective.